Hello guys, welcome back to Henox Dev Lab. This is Enoch, and we are here to start learning Java. I just want to say a few words. I want to make this video as short as possible so that you can take advantage of that, which is exactly what you are here for, which is learn how to program in Java. So basically, I'm going to go with this course in a manner that is based on the fact that many of you guys are from Mackenzie University and you are studying with the syllabus where you already will have from February the 8th on how to check some materials, for example, on how to set up your environment to start programming on Java. If you don't know how to start this, you just ask me on the comments or via WhatsApp, okay? But this video is open for anyone worldwide to study as well. And there are some tutorials online. I'm going to leave a link, at least one, in the section below, so you can go ahead and check those, okay? Because there are different systems and all, and I'm using here Arch Linux with KDE Plasma on top of it. So I'm going to be using here Kwrite, okay, as the basically word processor, and then I'm going to be using the console as the terminal. So yeah, this is it, okay? This one here is as if a notepad for Windows, for example, but with more rich text and stuff like that, even syntax highlighting, okay? So speaking of syntax highlighting, let's save a file here to start programming in Java, and our journey is going to go a bit differently from what expected before. I'm going to still be focusing on stuff from the university so that I can help you guys understand the exercises that the syllabus provides, okay? And the tasks as much as possible. Maybe not necessarily exactly as it is there, but something similar. It will depend on a lot of stuff. So to create a Java file, it is basically a text file, okay? So we're going to use the .java, as in Python we use .py. And we are going to have to create a name here. So my first Java, okay, class, for example. And I'm going to explain a bit about this. And along the new videos that I will be publishing, we will know more about why of many stuff. I just want to give you some taste of how this is going to go, and about Java, of course, a taste of Java. So for every Java program, we will need at least one class, okay? And we'll know more about this later on. But one thing to keep in mind is we need that this file has the same name as the class. So as I saved the file already with the name my first Java class, we are going to need to also call this class the same name. And let's talk quickly here about the cases that we can use to name variables, for example, and classes, okay? All the classes will start with an uppercase, and this is called Pascal case, which is like this, okay? Pascal case, it starts with an uppercase, and for each new word, it is a new uppercase letter. And when we check all the other types, we have camel case, which goes like this, and camel case will be used for variables, okay, in Java. When it comes to Python in general, it is a practice to name the files and also not only the files but the variables in a snake case manner, for example. So snake case, because it goes with an underscore, okay? So this is why. And there is also the kebab case, which is another type that you might have seen. If not, you will probably see it soon. So there are all these types. For Java, we're going to be focusing on these two here. Pascal case for naming the classes, okay? And camel case to name variables. So I'm going to show you here the basic structure of a Java program. I'm going to run it, and then we're going to stop this video, and on the next one, I'm going to come back with the same program and talk a bit more about it. So we will also need a main method, okay? The main method is the entry point of the Java program. We need this. So we're going to go with public static void main, okay? And this is the basic declaration. We'll always do this, such as I'm doing now. And during the videos, we'll go diving into these a bit more, but I'm not going to be too much theoretical in these tutorials here, because there are other materials to be consulted, and the idea here is that when necessary, we are going to go into the theory and talk about how the syntax work and stuff like that, because it is necessary, but when necessary, and to explain what I'm doing, and so that you can reproduce the same thing over there, okay? And this is why also the code will be linked down below. But try to do it first. Then you check the code. Then you check the answers. You gotta try to do it so that you become a better programmer, okay? Otherwise, you will understand what is happening for some moments, but then you will probably forget, and you will not be able to think by yourself if you do not do it, okay? Do it, change the code, try other things, and so on. So let's start also by telling how to comment on Java, okay? We have a way of commenting with a double / where we can say here, for example, let's print to the screen, okay? So in Python, we would have here, for example, print message. It would print MSG to the screen. Or if we have a variable that is called MSG, we would just call it here, and its value would be printed to the console, okay, to the screen. So in Java, it is different, okay? We are going to be using system.out.println, okay? This is one of the manners that we have to print in Java, but it is basically the same thing with a few different nuances when necessary. We'll see this certainly along the way. So let's say here, for example, welcome to the Java tutorials, okay? Tutorials. Yeah. There's another thing. When you state something in Java, you must tell the compiler that this is the end of the statement. So we need to tell the compiler in a way, and this way is by using a semicolon, okay? Then we are going to go to the next one, and always think of the readability of your code. So here, as you can see, I'm skipping one line. I'm leaving one blank, okay? Why? So that it is more readable. And now let us work with some variables here, for example, with a basic sum, for example. So variables declaration. So let us use two numbers, okay? Number one, we are going to need to declare its data type, so integer, for example, and the assign symbol, which is equal, as in Python. Let's say number one is 5, and the second number will be 28, okay? So then we're going to print again so that you can see the difference between just printing a text like this, okay, and printing something which will use the values that the variables are storing. So let's printing the variables, and system.out.println, okay? Then the sum of let's already do the sum here. Sum. I'm not gonna declare this sum value now. The data type, sorry. So number one plus number two. the sum of plus num1 plus, let's add this sign here, plus num2, right? Plus is equal to, so as it can be seen, we use the plus sign to concatenate the text, okay? And the variables that will be shown, all right? So is equal to, and let's use a plus here. There will be some errors here so that we can correct those so that you understand more about it and how the compiler will tell us about the errors, right? So let's see, the sum of num1 and num2 is equal to sum. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. Let's save this file, okay? And here, we're gonna use the compiler, and this is javac and the name of the Java text file, okay? The Java file. So my first Java class.java, and it shows us the first error. We did not add the semicolon here to tell the compiler that this is the end of this statement. So let's correct this and go back here. Okay, so now we have more errors here, okay? So as I told you guys, I would not declare it, the data type here. So as you can see here, it is telling us that there are errors here. So you're gonna need to always read what the compiler tells you so that you can understand what is happening. And the good thing is that it shows you where the things are happening, okay? And the line number also. So let's go with an int here. Let's correct one by one. And let's try again to compile this code. Oh, now it worked, okay? So to run it, we're gonna use Java, okay? My first Java class without the dot, just the name. And we have it here. So as you can see, we have welcome to the Java tutorials. And this is fine, okay? So it goes automatically to the next line when it has to print again to the screen. But we have here the need to add some spaces, right? So let's add a space here, another space here, and another one here, another one here, and also let's add a dot. Save this. Let's compile again and run the code once more. So now we have it in a correct manner, okay? Welcome to the Java tutorials. The sum of 5 plus 28 is equal to 33. So this is the basic structure, okay, of a Java program. This is this main method inside the first class. So basically, we are using here a quite common text editor, in this case the K, right? But when we are working with projects, we're gonna need something like an IDE, and I'm gonna be using IntelliJ, okay? So this is it for now, guys. I see you in the next one, and please hit the subscribe button and smash this like button and share and subscribe, tell your friends, and let's go forward. A great semester for us all, and so on. Thanks for watching.